We've got it. We now officially have our Superman and our Lois Lane for the upcoming rebooted DCU Superman Legacy. James Gunn, of course, has written the script. He is directing the film. They've been casting for a while. I personally believe that these castings were probably made months ago, but they are now announcing them, and it is official. Variety's reporting here that David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnahan have been cast as Clark Kent and Lois Lane. Now, as far as David, he hasn't been in a ton of stuff, but I really loved him in that John Bernthal show, We Own This City. But he really had his breakout thing in HBO's series Hollywood. And not a ton of people saw it, but he was really, really good in it. Now, he wasn't somebody who I consider to be a real front runner for this role, but he's a terrific actor, a terrific performer, and I think he's going to do great in the role. To me, the even bigger story here is Rachel Brosnahan being selected to play Lois Lane. Rachel has a shelf full of gold. She's won an Emmy, 5 nominations for it. She owns 3 Screen Actor Guild Awards. She owns 2 Golden Globe Awards. Of course, her show, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, one of the big hit shows of the past numbers of years. And if you've seen her in it, you know that she is absolutely insanely good and insanely talented. And it's going to be really interesting to see how well her and David are going to be able to play off each other as this iconic, maybe the first couple of all comic books of Superman and Lois. I mean, certainly right up there with, Peter Parker and Mary Jane. I mean, right up there. I mean, one of the great couples ever in the history, and it's going to be really interesting to see how this goes. Now, the project is also defined a little bit in the Variety article. They said the following: the latest on-screen iteration of the iconic comic book hero will largely be a workplace origin story, Gunn said, when he and fellow DC steward Peter Safran laid out their narrative plans in January. Cornsweet, who broke out in Ryan Murphy's Netflix series, Netflix series, Hollywood, which is fantastic, will play cub reporter Kent at the fictional newspaper The Daily Planet. Brosnahan will play his co-worker and co-lead. It goes on to say this: it focuses on Superman balancing his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing, Safran said earlier this year when he and Gunn unveiled a lengthy block of planned DC films and series. He is the embodiment of truth, justice, the American way. He is kindness in a world that thinks of kindness as old-fashioned. I love that. He is kindness in a world that thinks of kindness as old-fashioned. Now look, if you guys watch my content and have watched my content for any period of time, you guys know I am a rabid Henry Cavill Superman fan. Man of Steel is actually my personal favorite Superman movie of all time. I have loved Henry Cavill in this role. I just think that I've got a big standee of him in my office. I have a figure of him here on my desk. I loved Henry Cavill Superman, absolutely. But it was time for DC to move on. DC had to move past the old series of films. They had to restart and go in a new direction. And I'll tell you what, there have been a lot of actors, and there would have been a lot of actors that you could have named them, and I would have said, yes, I could totally see that guy as Superman. But I really do love, and the Photoshop work has already begun. I really think David is going to do a great job in this role. I loved him in Hollywood, and I think clearly James Gunn, Peter Safran, the folks at DC are taking this extremely seriously. And if this is the guy they picked him for a damn good reason. And as far as Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, I mean, that's an inspired casting, I think. She is going to kill this role. Absolutely kill it. She's one of the most dynamic, one of the most talented actresses in the business today. And she is absolutely going to rock this. And listen, I don't want to overstate it, but it's been mentioned before and it needs to be mentioned again. The importance of this movie cannot be exaggerated. This is going to be the first film in a brand new DCU, in a DC world where DC really needs things to turn around. Warner Brothers and DC really needs to turn this ship around. And that tone, that success, that direction is all going to be set with this first movie, Superman Legacy. The importance of it, again, like I said, cannot be overstated. And as far as casting goes, I think they're off to a pretty good start. I think they're off to a really, really solid start here. Now, we're going to find out really shortly who they've selected as Lex Luthor, and then I'm sure in the coming weeks we're going to get some other casting news as well, but the big ones are out of the bag. We've got our new Superman, and we've got our new Lois. We want to thank a sponsor of this video, Mint Mobile. From the gas pump to the grocery store, your utility bills and favorite streaming services, inflation is everywhere. Seriously, make it stop. Thankfully, there's one company out there that's giving you a much needed break. It's Mint Mobile. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you order from home and save a ton with phone plans starting at just $15 a month. You guys know that ever since I switched to Mint Mobile, I've been saving almost 70% a month over my old phone plan. For people looking for extra savings this year, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. By going online only and eliminating the traditional cost of retail, Mint Mobile passes the significant savings on to you. All of their plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone number along with all your existing contacts. Switch to Mint Mobile and get premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea. Guys, the question is for you. What do you think about the casting? Have you seen Hollywood? Have you seen We Run the City? Have you seen The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel? If not, then this casting to you is going to be a big question mark, and you're going to wonder how it turns out. If you have seen these shows and these actors, how do you feel they're going to fit? Do you think he's going to make a good Superman? Do you think she's going to make a good Lois? Do you think their chemistry on screen is going to be good? You know they did a lot of on-screen chemistry testing with the two of these before they did the casting. Whatever you guys are feeling about this, jump on down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks for checking out our video. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, but don't forget, we also have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today.